Okay, this was the only bit of entertainment you'll have in this video, because this video is actually for people that are serious about their self-improvement. This is not the type of video or self-improvement video that will have tons of memes, sound effects, music, a bunch of dopamine hits. This is real growth, okay? I just did a little bit of beatbox to grab your attention. Hope it worked. So I'm going to tell you all about step 1 of self-improvement, because you might have been on your self-improvement journey, but if you haven't even done that step, you're literally doing everything for no reason. You cannot skip this step. So I'm going to go straight into it. Step 1 is your commitment to truth. Truth is the first principle of self-development. Once we discover new perspectives, new ideas, aha moments, we grow because we see the world through different lenses. If you do not commit to truth, you will always stick to what you know. You will always be resistant to change. And if you want to self-improve, you have to be open-minded about new realities, because that allows you to change. You have to accept new realities regardless of how much it hurts, regardless of how difficult or unpleasant those feelings are. So here's the first truth that you need to accept for yourself. You need to accept that you have lied to yourself over and over again. And that is going to be painful to face, because you'll realize that those lies were not only wrong, but they have held you back for so many years. And as much as it hurts, you need to face the lies that you have told yourself, because if you do not, you will constantly live in the shadow of the brilliant being that you're meant to be. You will always feel disconnected from your truest self because those lies are holding you back. They're limiting you. They keep you in a fixed box of who you're supposed to be because of the lies that you're telling yourself. So the remaining of the videos, I'm going to go through a couple lies that I have done for myself or I constantly see other people doing. One of the lies, and that is honestly a pet peeve of mine, is saying, I don't have time. It's not that you don't have time. It's that you do not have the right priorities. If your priorities were different, you will make time for them. You need to look at your day and see how you spend your time and where you're lacking. Maybe you don't have time to call your parents because you actually spend that time watching a TV show. You have to realize, what are you prioritizing? It's so weird to say that we do not have time when everyone has the same amount of time in a single day. So I just want you to never use that excuse anymore. I'm banning that from your vocabulary. All you have is time. It's the most precious thing that you have. And it's the thing that you can never get back. So that's why changing that perspective has changed a lot in my life, because, for example, when I can spend my money on things that will save me time to work towards where I want to go, I will do that. I used to be so afraid to spend my money because it's just how I grew up. It was more about saving than spending. So right now, if I can spend money for an editor to edit my videos, for an assistant to help me with my newsletter, for cleaning services, for my groceries, I will spend that money because I know that whatever time I get back from that, I will make it more valuable than me doing the other miscellaneous things. I am making money to buy myself more time to do the things that I want to do. The other lie that I want to talk about is I can quit anytime. And specifically here, I'm talking about addictions. So there are perhaps certain behaviors that you have in your life that you know they're not that good, but you tell yourself, I can quit anytime. I've heard that multiple times from alcoholics, from people that were addicted to vaping, from people that were addicted to video games, to porn. I have heard that over and over again. And I have heard myself say that with one thing that I was addicted in my life that I cannot share on YouTube, but trust me, I was addicted. When you tell yourself, I can quit anytime, try to actually quit. Try to actually do it and see if you can do it. Most of the time, you realize that you are addicted and that it is a problem. But you can never solve the problem if you do not face the fact that it is a problem. Someone really close to me has been, I don't want to say diagnosed, but shown that they're an alcoholic, okay, in the last year. The first thing to do is to admit the truth that they are an alcoholic. They can only get better if they admit that to themselves. It's really hard. It's really hard to admit. I have seen that firsthand. I have experienced it with myself. It is hard to admit the truth, but you can only overcome it and know how to grow from it if you actually realize that it's a problem. So that's why I love that I'm doing this self-improvement challenge. If you're interested in doing it, you should start and do it with us because it starts July 1st. You still have time and you just have to sign up in the link in the description. But if you have a bad habit that you're questioning, like, is this at a point where it's beyond recreational and I'm kind of just reliant on it and I'm just using that as a coping mechanism, you need to start seeing that for yourself and maybe do the challenge of not doing it for that whole month and see if you can do that, because that will reveal a lot of truth about your reality. Dang it, my camera's about to die. Okay, I might have a new lighting in like 2 seconds or a new frame. Action, I'm back, baby. Okay, next lie. The next lie is, I am not that unhealthy. That's a lie. Telling yourself this lie gives you the impression that being somewhat unhealthy is acceptable, and that allows you to be complacent and comfortable in that unhealthiness because you're just not that unhealthy. When you do this, you're just simply allowing bad behaviors in your life and you're comparing yourself to people that are worse than you. If you want to actually elevate yourself and become a higher version of yourself, you need to compare yourself to people that you look up to, that you respect, that you want to be, not the people that are below you. What's the point? If you compare yourself to people that are unhealthy and worse than you, that means that you are on their level. The people that I compare myself to, and that's why I have such high expectations for myself, is because I compare to myself to people that are so highly successful because that's where I want to go. So stop saying that you are not that unhealthy, that you're not that fat, that you're not that out of shape, that you're not that addicted, and just start focusing on your health. Being healthy is the most powerful tool that you can have because it allows you to have clarity of mind. It allows you to have energy levels that are elevated. It allows you to think the way that you want to think without having all these distractions or toxicity in your life. When you are focusing on your health, you're treating yourself with respect. You're teaching yourself what you deserve. So if you allow toxic behaviors rule your life, that means that you deserve a toxic life. And this is me coming from a place of love. This is me telling you that you have the potential to be that shining example to the people that you love, the people that believe in you, the people that look up to you. You can be that person. And we respect people that are healthy because once that person is healthy, basically they have their shit together. If you know how to be healthy through gym and clean eating, you have so much self-discipline that you have literally what it's required for you to be successful in business or in your career. Now, the next lie that you have to face is telling yourself that I have enough money. No, you don't. You pay your bills, maybe you're debt-free, maybe you live a humble life. But what is going to happen if a tragedy happens in your life? If another pandemic happens? If prices of gas or groceries go up? Or expenses for travel go up? If you live on a balanced budget and catastrophe comes, how are you going to deal with that? And having money is so much bigger than you. It's being able to take care of people that you love. I am so driven to make money right now because I want to make sure that if anything happens to a family member, I'm able to help them. When my grandma passed away this year, I was so grateful that she was able to be in her own room, to be taken care of by the nurses she wanted to be taken care of. And you can only have the care that you want for the person that you love if you have the money to pay for it. This is sadly the world we live in. I wish we were a world where it was all, everybody was holding hands and just helping each other out. But we live in a world of transactions. And if you don't want to suffer through this game, you have to learn to play it. So you need to learn how to make money. You need to learn how to be more financially free. And you need to be unsatisfied with the amount of money right now that you have. Because seriously, I could say that I'm comfortable with my money that I make right now. In my career, I'm a professional athlete. I could say that I'm comfortable, but I'm comfortable for when? For how long? I'm comfortable now, but what about when I retire in a couple years? I retire way earlier than most people. I could get a season-ending injury tomorrow. I could get a career-ending injury tomorrow. And what am I going to do next? What will I have to offer? I cannot survive on the salary I make right now. What happens if someone close to you needs better insurance, needs better experts, or a certain medical treatment, and you cannot afford it? You want to be in a place where you have that security that you can take care of the people that you love. Money isn't everything, I get it, but it does help a lot of money problems. And a lot of our problems literally can be solved with money. I know it sounds sad, but this is just the reality. This is the truth that you have to accept. So be on that grind, thrive for more, demand more, build your skills, believe that you can earn more money. Don't be satisfied with the amount of money you make right now. Just know that with a lot more money, it doesn't make you a bad person. Money just elevates or emphasizes who you are. So if you're a good person, you can become a great person. If you're a bad person, you just become a bigger asshole. That's it. And I know you're a good person because you're listening to this freaking video. Another lie that you might be saying to yourself is, I don't care. I don't care about what they think, or I don't care that that happened. But oftentimes you say that because you're afraid to be vulnerable. You're afraid to be shown that you are hurt. But if you do not face the fact that you care, because if you're hurt, it's because you actually care, right? So if you don't face that fact, you're not going to be able to heal. And oftentimes people tell you the advice like, you should not care about what people think of you. I think that's BS. That is so BS, because I care about what you think of me. I care about what you think of me right now because I'm trying to help you and I want to give you value, and I hope that you reciprocate that. I hope that you can feel that. Because I genuinely care about you, so I want you to care about me. Like, this is why it's a community. It's a win-win. I'm not saying that I care about everyone. I think it's a little bit delusional to care so much about everyone because everyone is so different, and some people you just do not resonate with or you do not align your certain values with. But it is important to care about the certain amount of people that you actually want to care about. You cannot not care about anyone. Don't care about what anyone thinks. I mean, at that point, you're just going to die alone. I care about what my parents think because I love them. I care about what my brothers think of me because I love them and I'm proud of them and I want them to be proud of me. I care about what my best friends think of me because they are my best friends and I love them. Caring is loving. So if you go around and think that you're a lone wolf and you don't care, you're just lying to yourself, because we all have an innate desire to feel connected to others. We're social creatures for a reason. We need to be in tribes. And that's why I freaking love my YouTube channel, because I am creating that tribe. I'm creating that tribe of people that are like-minded. The next step you have to do is not thinking I don't care, but just try to think about, what do you care about? Who do you care about? And once you define that for yourself, allow yourself to care, because that's the only way that you will face what has hurt you. And pain is always a big teacher. So if you want to grow, you have to face your pain. Okay, I'm trying to think about how many more lies I want to say. I don't want this video to be too long. Maybe I'll go for 1 or 2 more. Oh my God. There are so many good lies here. Like, I'll do it later. I don't need help. It's too late. Gosh, which one should I expand on? Ugh, this one. I can change them. Wow. I used to be in a relationship where he was very troubled. But it's something that I told myself that I could do. I could change them. I didn't consciously think about that. It wasn't a decision that I made, but it was a lie that I was telling myself. I was dating him for his potential, for who he could become, for who we could be together, without actually facing the truth that whoever he was right now was not the person I wanted to be with. And that is something that I think that's something that we all have experienced in a relationship, is feeling like you have so much hope of who they can be that you cling on to this version of themselves. But if you're not actually happy with who they are in the moment, you should not date them, because you should not just expect people to self-improve the way that you want them to self-improve. That's a new rule I have for myself for when I'm dating, is that I need to be completely happy that if that person remains the same for the rest of our lives, which I know is not the case, but hypothetically, if they stayed the same, would I be okay staying with this person? And if it's not a hell yes, it's a no. I was so delusional. I thought that if I showed them love and support and gave them advice and told them all that I knew, that I could actually help them. And I think that I did. I think that I had an impact. But eventually, they stayed or had the same excuses they always had. Anyone can change themselves, but you cannot change anyone. The only person you can change is yourself. The only time that that person that I dated actually changed is when they decided to change. It had nothing to do with me. It had to do with their decision. And you know what? Looking back, I realized that the moment that that person decided to change was when I stopped trying to change them. When I put that full attention on myself. When I focused on changing myself, changing how I wanted to be more in my feminine energy, to be more relaxed, to put less pressure, to focus on my dreams, to be the healthiest version of me. When I put all that attention on me and was like selfish in that way, that allowed them to be their own person and realize their shortcomings and want to change for themselves. There's nothing more powerful than making your own decisions about your future when you feel like you have the choice. So don't go into that rabbit hole where you think you can change everyone. The only person that you need to focus on is yourself. Okay, last one, last lie. This one will really hold you back if you keep saying that. I am just not good at X, Y, Z, A, B, C, D, E, F. That is capping. You are lying to yourself so much, because how can you actually become good at something if you just have the fixed mindset that you cannot be good at that? Damn it, I stuttered. It would have been so much better if I didn't. Look at how much you are missing out in life when you think that way. We are adaptable human beings. We evolved as a species because we can adapt. So why have a fixed mindset that you are a certain way when literally you can become anything you put your mind to? And if you really are interested in the science behind that, you have to read the work by Dr. Carol Dweck about the growth mindset. That was one of the first video topics I did on YouTube, because that's what really gave me the courage to come here on YouTube. I wasn't good at speaking at the camera at all at first. I didn't want to start because I wasn't good at speaking in front of a camera. And that might be you. You might have the desire to build your personal brand and to go online and show the world who you are. And you might not do it because you're like, I can't speak properly. I don't look good or feel good in front of a camera. I don't know what to say. You will never know or become good at something if you don't do it. Do you see how all the lies I told today have been holding you back from becoming a better version of yourself? Really, the first step of self-improvement is committing to the truth and realize that you have been lying to yourself over and over again. You can be good at anything you put your mind to. You might not be good at first, but that is normal. Are you that delusional to think that you should be good at something right away? I used to be. I used to think that I should be good at anything in life because growing up, I was just so good at sports that I felt like everything should come easy at me. I felt like I should have good grades because it was so easy for me to play sports and be better than everyone else that I was like, that's how life works, you know? I should just be good at something. It gave me the impression that everything I started, anything that was competitive, I was supposed to be good at, because growing up, anytime there was a competition, I was always finishing top tier because I was just so damn competitive. And it was something that really was an insecurity of mine because I used to be such a sore loser. But now I'm embracing the fact that I'm a beginner in a lot of things, because that allows me to be curious, and I now prioritize my growth over my pride, so I can put aside the fact that I'm not good at everything. I mean, if you want to really humble yourself, start playing golf. You know, I'm a professional athlete in soccer, and I started playing golf and I suck so bad. I feel so uncoordinated. I feel like I should be good at it, but I'm not. And there's nothing more humbling than playing golf. But golf is a huge mindset game. It's all about how can you look at what you've done and how can you improve. And if you can apply what you learn in golf in real life, you're set. I honestly feel that way. And I think a good book, if you like a good book recommendation that relates like sports to life so perfectly, is the book Mind Gym. I'm going to let this sirens go by for a second. You don't combat that lie with another lie. You don't say, oh, I'm good at speaking in front of a camera, because your subconscious knows when you're lying to yourself. That's why it's so funny when people say like, oh, you were meant for YouTube. You're so good. You're such a natural at it. I'm like, did you see my first videos? I keep the first videos I did last year on my channel for a reason, because I want people to see that I did not talk the way that I do right now. I also look different, and oh my God, my eyebrows, what the fuck? Why did no one tell me that my eyebrows were so damn bushy? Someone needed to tell me some hard truth back then, but no one cared to tell me. Anyways, I was not good at YouTube back then. But look at me now, I'm so much better. And even people think I am good right now. I don't totally believe that, but I just know that I'm better. And I think the best thing that you can do, it's not lie to yourself. It's not tell yourself I'm good at something when you're not. It's just telling yourself I'm not good at that yet. Because you have the possibility to get better. You have the opportunity to improve. This is like an optimistic point of view. You just have to add the word yet at the end of the sentence and see how that whole world shifts for you. I hope that these lies were some things that didn't cut too deep, but deep enough for you to want to change and look at your life differently. And on this note, I'm just going to repeat my self-improvement challenge. If you want to challenge yourself to grow and to have a community of people together where you're guaranteed to make progress because we are holding each other accountable, you can sign up for this challenge in the link in the description. I really hope to see you there. With that email, I will send you free PDFs and worksheets and everything that you need to prepare before the challenge. All right. Thank you for listening. Let me know if you listen until the end, because those people are the freaking OGs. If you listen until the end, I know that you're taking your self-improvement seriously. And I love you for that. And we're the same type of person. All right. See you really soon in a new video. Mwah.